So if you could cross over any genre with any other artist to collaborate, who would it be?
This is probably cheating, but I think Taylor Swift would be so fun because we've covered her music so much with our band live. So that's probably cheating because in my heart, still a country artist.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're hanging out with country music singer and songwriter Bryan Hurd. Ryan, thank you so much for being here. It's good to see you.
Thank you for having me. It's really exciting to have this album come out, and happy to talk.
Now, this is a big week for you. We're going to dive into the album, but before we do that, not only are you such a talented artist, but you've also written some of our favorite country songs here at iHeartRadio. So behind me, I have our wheel of stories with some of the songs that you've worked on before. I'm going to spin the wheel. It's going to land on a song or a prompt, and you have to tell me all about that song and any stories you want to share.
You got it. Sounds
all
good.
right, here we go. Let's do that first spin. Bryan Hurd, spin number 1. Ooh, okay, this is a fun one. Okay, so we're starting with a prompt. Now this one is crossover collab. So if you could cross over any genre with any other artist to collaborate, who would it be?
This is probably cheating, but I think Taylor Swift would be so fun because we've covered her music so much with our band live, and she's always been super nice to me and Maren, and so that's probably cheating because she's in my heart, still a country artist. Also, I think John Bellion, if anyone's familiar with John.
Wait, John is one of my favorite artists. It's funny you say that. He's so talented.
I feel like him and I have similar careers where, we have this artist project that has a following, but also mostly what we've done is written for other people. So just because our stories are similar and he's so talented, that'd be a fun one to do.
Going back to Taylor Swift for a second, what's your favorite song to cover of hers?
We did Dress, and then we did False God last year. And if you play music live, then there are Taylor Swift fans in your crowd. So it's kind of funny to see all their heads come up when you start doing them, and they get really excited about it. But it's been fun to kind of pick those out and to really enjoy just diving into her catalog. It's so funny how easy her songs are to sing. Just like the physical act of performing them, they're all so easy because she's such a good songwriter, and that's kind of how you know. Like Chasing After You is the same way. It's just a very physically easy song to sing. You know it's well written when that happens. Because I have a lot of songs of mine that I do live that are not easy to sing.
Like what? Which one?
Love in a Bar is that's just a rock and roll song. So that one's Every Other Memory, for whatever reason, is a really difficult song. And I don't know what it is about it, but it's just physically difficult to sing. So those couple are tough, but all of Taylor's songs that I've covered are wow, it's very effortless to produce this vocally.
Yeah, oh, that's fun. I love that. Okay, let's spin again. Let's get another one going. Next up, we have, Luke Bryan, Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset. Tell me a little bit about working with Luke on this song.
This might have been my second #1 song. It was. I remember we got told on our honeymoon that this was going to be the next single for Luke, and so that was a cool memory. And it's always nice to know that when you come back, something exciting is going to happen. But I think Luke is so cool. He's what you see is what you get with that guy, and he's so kind, and he's fun, just like you would imagine. Guys like that can write their own songs, so it's really cool when I feel the same way about Charles Kelly and Lady A. They don't need my help. So it's that much more of an honor when they do record your song because, they're world-class songwriters in their own right. So the cool part about this song is that, and we can talk about Waves too, but it started out with this song, and then the same group of writers wrote Waves. And now we have, on my record, the same group of writers wrote June, July, August, which feels like the third song in this trilogy about the beach. I felt all right, one of these definitely has to go on my record because it's this group of writers is such a part of my story, and this sort of narrative is part of my story. So it feels cool to have, one of those for me.
How did you decide which one was going to be yours?
There weren't any left.
All right, so you're okay, I'm stuck with this one.
That was the last one. No, I like it the most, and it's probably the most lyrically specific, which is kind of not the easiest to pitch, right? When the more specific you get, the more finite your aim has to be. So Waves and Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset. I mean, Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset kind of dances on that line where it gets a little specific. You generally want to stay as general as possible. That's what hit songs are, right? That's the most amount of people can like it. I think June, July, August kind of had the most specific imagery, and that was why it kind of fit my project the most. It's not that it's not pitchable, it's just probably the least so out of all of them.
Okay, that's interesting logic. I love that. Okay, let's spin again. Here we go. Ooh, okay. Bryan, what is your favorite lyric you've ever written?
The second half of my song Coast was just an exercise in it's just an inside joke to myself. It's basically like if you took the movie Almost Famous and put it at the beach. You know, I think when I wrote I'll Be the Moon, then Dirks ended up recording it, and then I put it out, kind of our version of it later, but that was probably the lyric that I never expected anyone to gravitate toward, and I think that's probably like the most poetic I've ever been on something that was pitched. But I think for me, it was the second verse of Coast, where I was just like, just makes me giggle. Like the fact that we're talking about this guy who like can't play the ukulele, but trying to, and then like all the imagery to me was like so specific and so intentionally put together that when I finished it, was like, that might be my favorite thing I've done with like wordplay and pictures.
And let's go back to I'll Be the Moon, because that's on here. Can I cheat this for a second? Where is it? Okay, it's somewhere over here.
It's your wheel. You can do whatever you want.
Here we go. This is one of my favorites. I loved this one. Tell me a little bit about the creation of this and working with Dirks on it.
I had just started dating Maren, and I don't know, it's just weird. It's not the kind of song you write where you expect anyone to really. This one and What If I Never Get Over You are like not the kind of song that you're like, that's gonna be a hit or that's gonna go on this record and be special. So I remember writing the song and like with Matt Dragstrom and Heather Morgan, and it just took a second to, I don't remember what happened that day, but I remember the song just fell out, and nobody had the title. I just sort of, it just like was a light bulb. It's like, I'll Be the Moon, and I don't know what that is, and then I started kind of putting this whole like lyrical story together. And I remember sitting at a bar with Maren, and it was after, I don't know why we were in a bad mood, but we were both maybe had like bad news or something. I don't know. It's like one of those days where you're just like, I'm out of it. And her cell phone was sitting in between us, and it lights up, which is actually like a huge part of the song, is like the phone lighting up. But
that was the lyric I was going to tell you. That's the one that resonated with me most.
It was like right next to me, and I look down and I see it just says, "Hey Maren, this is Dirks. I have a song that I have on hold, and I think it'd be really special if you would feature on it. Can I send it to you?" She looked at me, and we knew that song was on hold for Dirks, and she goes, "I bet that's your song." And I said, "I bet that is my song." And then like 2 seconds later, I'll Be the Moon, the demo or his version or whatever it is, came through so that was like a really neat moment to like her singing on a song that I wrote, and like being there for I guess the beginning of that collaboration was really cool. And I know that was really like her first feature she'd ever done, so I know that she was really excited about it. Then I got to I had already recorded a version of it with the intention of putting it out. And then I just kind of sat on it for a sec, because I was like, I'm gonna let them have that moment. And then I ended up getting to put out the version that actually Maren was singing on that version too. Like she already knew the song, right? Because she sung on my version of it. Yeah. That hadn't been released. And so when we put out the Panorama EP, like the remastered version of it, I got to include that song. So that was really cool.
Can I cheat again? I'm going to cheat again. Chasing After You. Okay, yeah. This is like, I love this one, and I love you and Maren on this together. And is this your first ever official collab together?
I guess. I mean, we've worked together for years and years and written songs for other people and written songs for each other's records. And she wrote the first song on my album and sang on Chasing After You and sang a bunch of harmonies all over the thing. And then I've, gotten to do the same thing with her. And so this is something that we've always done together. And it feels like the whole music, like working together musically has like become less and less important over the years. And somehow we've never done more of it. Like, it's just not, we have a family and we have like 2 careers and a life that we're building, right? Like that's behind the scenes. It's like, no, that's the focus. But like whenever we get to work together, it's really, really special and fun, and it's gotten more fun over the years. And I've never met a better singer or writer than Maren. And I feel like my standards for writing are very high. So to have this moment together and to have like this little piece of country music together, it just makes it more fun. And like I always thought that like getting nominated for stuff was really important and validating, but having this song get nominated twice, one for the video, which she deserves all the credit for because she's the one who did put the concept together with our director TK. The other one is this musical event thing, and it's like it wouldn't be as special if it wasn't with her. The whole reason that we even get to have an album is because this song was really special, and the only reason this song is really special, aside from the fact that it's one of the most amazingly written melodies that I've ever heard, is that she's on it. So
I mean, and going back to it, how did you know that this was the song that you wanted to be on it with Maren?
My label told me. I'm just kidding. I think the first time we heard this, or we knew that I was going to get to do this song, like we'd known the song and the songwriters for years and years, and it had gone to other artists and then somehow had fallen off of their projects. And so somehow it fell to me and I was able to hold the song. And I remember, I think the first time we ever went on vacation together was to like the Cayman Islands. And there was this little beach bar next to the hotel and we would go there every day. And I remember one night, like it was dark and this little bar was open. There's like 4 or 5 other people in there. And she said like, I want to sing that song with you. I think it'd be really special. And I said, okay, yeah. And so we recorded it like 2 or 3 or 4 times. There's a lot of versions of it, and eventually like got to this version of it, and it became, something that's like gonna stick around for a long time and have a lot of staying power, and something that people are gonna look back on and see a really genuine moment. And I hope that it continues to grow, and it's opened so many doors that I think you always hope it's a big deal, but you never expect it. And so having it all kind of line up the way it has and grow the way it has, and it's just been a really cool ride.
And this song is also on your debut album, Palago, which is out now. Congratulations. So
Thank
how
you.
did you land on this name for the album title?
I needed a word that rhymed with Chicago for track 2, Coast. And I used this one as a placeholder, and then it just stuck because I couldn't think of anything else. It sounded like an islandy word. Lo and behold, it's actually a word in another language that means open sea, which fits so well with like the feel-good summer songs on this record. And then it also has another meaning, which is like overwhelming passion. So I felt like all of the songs of this project kind of fit under that umbrella. It's also like weird enough that everyone has to ask me about it. So I feel like this is the best I can do right now. And I'm really proud of this. It's a very like songwriting forward record. And I know a lot of artists would say that, but I think that's where I started with it. And I'm really proud of even the fun songs are kind of written as best I can write them. And then the ones that are more on the relationship arc are, songs that I knew I wanted to put out there somehow. And I didn't really think too much about hits it felt like really natural, all of these songs fitting together. And yeah, I'm really thankful for the way that it turned out. I can listen to it and I like it. I like listening to it, and I'm really proud of it. And I hope that other people really, really enjoy it.
Is there a track or maybe a few tracks that are inspired by Maren, also your baby? Like, is there anything that really encompasses family that you're really proud of?
I mean, Maren has been my muse since I met her. So, everything is either about her or about what it would be like to not have her. So that's just an easy place for me to go figure out, just to go to a place to get something special. I don't have any Hayes songs on here. Maybe he'll get one day, but he can have diapers because of it. How about that? He can go to preschool.
And is there a track in particular you're super excited for your fans to hear?
I love track 8. It's What Are You Drinking? It's like the only other song on this record that I didn't write other than Chasing. I just love it so much. I didn't have anything like that, and I heard it and I was like, I can't do better than that. I can't write something that I like more than that, so I'm just gonna cut this. So they were nice enough to let me put it on my record, and I'm really proud of it.
Awesome. Ryan, thank you so much for being here, for playing our Wheel of Stories, and congratulations on the new album, Palago. We're so excited for you.
Thank you very much.
Of course, and thank you all for watching. Make sure you stream all of Bryan Hurd's music on iHeartCountry, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.